31 of One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing Westport Country Playhouse's production of Dr. Endesha Ida Mae Holland's From the Mississippi Delta, directed by Goldie E. Patrick, running through October 30th at their theater at 25 Powers Court in Westport, Connecticut. From the Mississippi Delta is a dramatic and somewhat fictional adaptation of Dr. Holland's memoir of the same name, set in an early mid-20th century, mostly in Greenwood, Mississippi. The play follows a mother named Ain't Baby and her daughter, Philia, the sort of analog for Holland herself. The play starts with the background of Ain't Baby and her working herself up in the esteem of both black and white people in Greenwood as an exceptional midwife, helping almost every black woman and some white women in the community with their pregnancies and giving birth. What follows is a series of mostly loosely connected scenes of the racial and gender prejudices that take place over 20 years, mostly focusing on Philia's developmental years. Each scene can almost get its own chapter title, as each one is so perfectly contained in its narrative. Ultimately, though, the plot focuses on Philia and how, after being raped by a white man at the age of 11, which the man's own wife escorts her in to be taken by him, she looks to escape the trauma of her childhood. Along the way, she tries being an erotic performer at a carnival, discovers a mentally unstable woman who throws bricks at people who the woman thinks is going to step on her water meter, and later discovers the civil rights movement. All the roles are played by three actresses, Claudia, Logan, and Tameishia Peterson, who primarily play Philia in different scenes, and Erin Margaret Pettigrew, who primarily plays Ain't Baby. Most of the scenes work, as each one is almost in its own contained story. It feels like Goldie E. Patrick was able to focus on each of the arcs of the scenes with a complete start and finish. Some are simpler and some are brilliantly dramatic. One scene in particular where Philia recounts watching her mother, Ain't Baby, help a woman give birth, whose child is breaching feet first, is intense and almost mystical, with a fantastic performance by Pettigrew coupled with effective lighting by John D. Alexander. The one scene that doesn't stick the landing is Philia's rape. The balance of humor and trauma is off. We get the sense that something bad is about to happen, and we have a pretty good idea of what that is, but the pressing with humor right up to when it happens doesn't give the scene any real shock value. It feels forced and unbalanced. The rest of the play is overall a great effort by Westport. I particularly like the later scenes, starting with the rise of the civil rights movement, the retaliation against the movement by the KKK, and Philia's rise above the oppression and finding her own success. This latter third or so of the play works well, especially once Philia finds her newfound sense of liberty and strength. It narratively flows a bit better, and we stay with the one character without jumping around in time, and we focus primarily on her development versus jumping to the occasional odd scene that doesn't seem to necessarily fit in. I like Jason Ardizzone-West's scenic design. Its skeletal wooden frame design gives depth and scale when dealing with larger scenes like the plantation home or a university hall. But with the framing and portions of the stage, it also creates small, intimate rooms where Ain't Baby and Philia live with little space and comforts. The first act of From the Mississippi Delta may confound some audience members with its seemingly fractured narrative. It is a memory play, so it would make sense that Philia's earlier memories are not as clear as her later ones. So I can give that some degree of a pass, but I appreciate people having issue with trying to figure out what's going on the stage. In the night that I was in attendance, there were at least 4 audience members who didn't return from intermission. But if you ride it out and see where the play goes, it mostly comes together in an inspirational, celebratory finale that really feels earned. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you want to see From the Mississippi Delta, I'll leave a link in the description. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and click the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be Gabriel Burns' one-man show, Walking with Ghosts, currently on Broadway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.